Hello and
Hi,
welcome
Abra.
back to the couch. We save you a seat. My name is Luke.
And I'm Emily. Hi. It's been a minute, so glad to see you again. Tonight we are doing chapters 9 through 14 of A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas.
Yes, and if this is the first time you've come with us, just know that we do this occasionally, coming up on twice a week, getting ready for the next book in the series coming out in October. This one here is The Smut Oracle, our guide through this sort of content. I am just a dude, a random person, a guy. I don't know. I don't usually read this kind of content, so I take it for what it is. It's like professional wrestling or the hype people get on football. I treat it the same way. It's kind of goofy. It's kind of fun. If you want to check us out, we have the kitchen couch. She's at The Smut Oracle. You can check us out on TikTok, YouTube, and the other items. But I'm going to throw it to Emily to get us started with a recap of what happens in chapter 9 through 14.
A recappy cap. This is sexual tension and stare-induced humility. Here we go. These chapters are basically Nesta accidentally beginning to collect friends against her will. Chapter 9 starts with Nesta meeting Emerie, the female Illyrian shopkeeper, and immediately sensing kinship there. Strength, recognizing strength, but because this is Nesta Archeron, she shuts down that pleasant feeling immediately before it can become vulnerability. Then at the library, she meets Gwyn, who comes in with enough sass and attitude to genuinely throw Nesta off balance. Nesta immediately tells Clotho that Gwyn is a piece of work, which pot meet kettle.
Right.
Chapter 10 opens with Nesta's cauldron nightmare before she decides at 3 a.m. that she's absolutely going to conquer the House of Wind stairs. Reader, she does not conquer the stairs. She falls hard. And breakfast the next morning gets worse when Cassian decides this is prime teasing material. Chapter 11 is the blow up of the century. The house basically forces Nesta to eat with Cassian and Azriel. Tensions explode immediately, and Cassian finally snaps, telling Nesta the truth. Everyone hates her. Just kidding, it's not the truth. Nesta fires back immediately because emotional violence is her love language at this point. Meanwhile, Azriel just sits there silently watching the argument unfold like it's premium entertainment. But after Feyre gives Cassian a reality check, he decides to try just one more time. So chapter 12 is our breakthrough. Cassian realizes Nesta's refusal to train at the camp wasn't laziness, it was pride. She couldn't stand looking weak in front of the Illyrians, so he bargained with her 1 hour of training at the house in exchange for a blank check favor she can cash in later. And that 1 hour turns into 2. Apologies are shared, a fragile truce forms, growth begins. Chapter 13 introduces Nesta to the absolute cruelty of second day soreness, and we get the first real sparks of friendship between her and Gwyn after Nesta steps in to save Gwyn from Meryl's wrath. Chapter 14 gives us more training with Cassian, including hamstring stretches that are exactly as sexually charged as you're hoping. Subtle? Absolutely not. And while Nesta is busy discovering muscles she didn't know existed, Cassian and Rhys head to Springcourt to meet with Eris, who is basically pitching, what if we just killed the mortal queens now before my father starts another war? Honestly, efficient. So these chapters are Nesta accidentally making friends, the House of Wind stairs remaining undefeated, Cassian and Nesta finally lowering their weapons just a little, and enough sexual tension during stretching exercises to qualify as a workplace HR violation. So, Luke, are you ready?
Yeah, no, when it comes to the kitchen couch for the food, let's hit it. Lady, you killed that. You killed that. We've been away for a while, a number of weeks actually. You killed that.
Thank you.
This is an interesting set of chapters for me. First, in the title, Nesta's made friends. Who's Nesta's first friend, I might ask? The house. Hilarious. It's very Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Actually, there's no, yes. Oh, we got 4, 5, 6 people watching right now. If you'll hit a like real quick, that would be great. It will help us out. Yes, the house is a favorite, is her new best friend. And then she gets Gwyn, who is an interesting foil. This is a very anime relationship. This happens in a lot of literature. Just the only literature I know about is in picture books. So Thank you.
Sorry.
Sorry. No, that's okay.
It's been a minute. Good job.
Thanks. But we also get the shopkeeper, who is like a lonely soldier out there grinding away in the fierce cold, and also maybe a new friend of Nessa's. I love this lost soldiers finding commonality with each other. It's beautiful. The sexual tension is great, but my absolute favorite part isn't that Nessa's getting a friend, it's that the writing's getting better. But also my other favorite part is Maas is it clearly outlines how important it is to achieve something. And how important it is to have empathy.
Yeah.
This is a complete section. So good job with connecting these. This I said during the blue book, A Court of Frost and Starlight.
Frost and Starlight, yeah.
That she needed to get her ass kicked. And she got her ass kicked. Nesta doesn't want to be embarrassed. It shouldn't have taken a rocket scientist to figure that out. But of course,
well, it didn't, because it was Cassian.
But it felt like a rocket. It did. It felt like a rocket scientist. Also, he gave up after like 2 days. He started.
Yeah, he made it 3 days. 3 days, and it was too much.
He was like, I'm too stubborn to get beaten. He got beaten 2 days by a chick. Like, I'm sorry, but I recognize the thing that's missing from this, except for at one point in this section, was that she's a walking nuclear warhead. She is the deterrent of everything in this story currently. And so I wish that was in this a little bit more. Not that we need the fear, but that needs to be inside Cassian's head a little bit. He doesn't think about it enough. To me.
No, but that's because I think like he's always known her. Like he's always known what and who she is, and he's never been intimidated or feared her because of that, versus everybody else does.
But what I'm saying, I don't think it's a fear thing. I think it's like with great power comes great responsibility kind of thing. Like she's just as scared. She is more scared of it than he is. Than they are.
For sure. Yeah.
Right. And his like I said, there's a lack of thoughtfulness and empathy here. But I guess we see a lot in Reese maybe, but we don't see it in any other character. And so that might be where my brain's sort of taking it to. Once again, we talked about this in A Court of Frost and Starlight. Had they not given her like, hey, here's money for 3 months for rent, and just said, hey, we're going to pay your rent and we'll see you next time, and it not be a prison. Like there's something that Reese deals with in that book also that is a little bit more empathetic towards that kind of mindset. He's got this library going on. As a matter of fact, Reese is probably the best foil for Nesta, and it kind of stinks that they're not in the same room ever, which is kind of okay.
Right.
Because Cassian is an exact blind spot, which is not the same. My favorite thing about these sorts of stories is someone who I think I'm pretty thoughtful. I don't know what you think, but like my expectation is when I meet the one, it's going to be something I'm surprised by that person every single day. Like happily surprised. Like, I can't believe you're real. You are fiction. That's exactly like how my brain pictures that sort of relationship.
It is like that for like, I don't know, at least a couple years.
Okay.
At least a few years. And then it's not every day, but still there's still days where you're like, oh.
There is Mr. Smut Oracle out there. I can't believe Mr. Smut Oracle's real, to be frank with you. I put a tie on Mr. Smut Oracle with a broke leg. There's a picture out there on the internet somewhere. Ironically, my same legs hurt right now. But those are my sort of main takeaways. The stare joke is hilarious. The stretching hurt, making your leg sore. As someone with a hurt leg right now who is sore every day, I get that pretty hard. But no, the real massive takeaway, and I think everyone should take away from this. This is super super important. Is accomplish something every day. Every day,
If you
accomplish something.
can.
Doesn't matter how hard it is. It can be hard. I like doing hard things personally. What about you?
Mhm.
Do you like doing hard things? I mean, you have a child. It's not super easy to do some selfish accomplishment.
I mean, as a person who has like, I don't know, 3 or 4 jobs, then doesn't need them, just has them because she's bored. I get
That actually
it.
fits. That actually fits. I mean, there's like a famous speech by like a lieutenant colonel or a general where he talks about like make your bed every day. Just make your bed every day.
Yeah.
Because when you see it again, it'll be ready for you, and you've accomplished something when you've woken up.
I don't do that, by the way.
I stopped for like 2 weeks there, and then started again.
Yeah.
Once again, it's a like thing.
I don't do that. So,
but going back, like when she talks about the peace that comes after, it's unbelievable how how much that pushes trauma away. How it helps you accept trauma. So anyway,
like
I've talked
breath work, doing some like hard workout type stuff, which I don't. I mean,
for me, it works with reading a chapter. Like if I've read 2 or 3 chapters of a book, I feel accomplished.
I just mean like when she feels like finally all of a sudden like the voices are quiet in her head, like after she does the big workout with when she finally trains for the first time with Cassian, and she's like, oh wow, actually this is nice.
No, but that happens for me. That happens for me when I'm after I've read something for like a long period.
That's good.
For like 45 minutes. I'm like, oh, this feels right. Okay, cool. I can move on with my day. The voices go away. It's calming. It's neutral. Neutral is probably the better term. And she even talks about it. In fact, in my mind's eye, I saw her walking away from Cassian when she says, I don't hate you either, or I don't hate you too, or whatever. And it's like a strut. It's almost a strut. Like it's a hot girl strut. Like she's finally like calm and in her body. And it's like, it's a very confident, but not like egotistical strut. I could see it in my head, even though my idea of this is different than yours. Oh, shout out my pianist at my church. I don't know if you're watching right now. Her name's also Emerie. This is her favorite book so far. She's about halfway through it.
Of the series.
Yeah. She's like, I love Nesta. And I'm like, oh, you're a hilarious individual.
Listen, my friend Shannon is also reading this, and I am getting like a stream of consciousness text thread from her as she's reading it. She's already ahead of us. So I've already read it once, so I know what she's talking about, but it is the best. She is having just the most out-of-pocket reactions that out of context are just chef's kiss. So this is also, I feel like a lot of people, as much as I don't love Nesta just because of the course of the books and who she is and how she's played throughout this, I feel like a lot of people do relate to her and some of the like negative self-talk and such. So that tends to be the theme for the people that are sending me their unsolicited or opinions.
That makes more sense than I thought. There's a lot of Nesta that I don't understand because we do not have the same brain chemistry. And I accept it. Like my expectation is to figure her out sooner than
Cassian. You want to try to figure her out before the love of her life figures her out. Good for you, buddy.
No, let me. Well, I don't know if that's the love of her life. What are you doing? Don't spoil it for me. The what I mean is let's say I have an infatuation for someone, and I know they have an infatuation for me. Like my intuition is to act on it immediately, but like something that I have to keep in my mind is they might not know that they have an infatuation for me. Like that might not be a thing they know actively. Like I know it. I'm like, oh no, I have a crush on this person. Okay, I can recognize that and see it. But they might not know. So like if I corner them with it, we get a Nesta situation. Like
Mm.
we get so it's like no, like I know you do. It's okay. Like we can just talk about it openly. It's no big deal. But like I have to keep in mind in this situation because my brain chemistry is so much different than Nessa's. If you're catching my arithmetic here, that
Hmm.
like I like to me, I'm like, oh right, I can't tell if she actually likes Cassian
Mm.
because she doesn't think about liking him like I think about liking people.
Yes, she does. In
No, she
these
doesn't.
chapters, she does.
No, not really. I mean, like, but like for me, it's closer to Cassian's like feeling on liking people,
Hmm.
and not
Yeah.
like Nesta's. Anyway, I've talked
Well,
way too much.
she's trying really hard to not like him. I think that's why she's like, when those thoughts start to come into her head, she like shuts it down because she's trying really hard not to like anybody.
But she's also like, there is that, but she's also like not. She hasn't realized how much she likes him too. Like
Uh,
she might think it's like the cauldron power. Like, oh, I know
mhm,
I'm super powerful, but I'm a. But like, I don't
mhm.
think she knows how much she adores him.
I mean, it's also her first experience with this. And she does mention that in these chapters.
That's true.
How like for the first time really ever, she was like, "Oh, that's a man."
Yeah.
Everybody else is just boys. That's a man. So she mentions that
Listen to
in
you.
these
You're so
chapters
funny.
too.
You're so funny, dude.
I don't think that's funny.
Nice.
It just that's kind of what she's saying.
That's a man.
That's a man.
What is the version of that for a lady? What would I say? I don't know. I'm trying to think of like the lady version of that. Like, oh, I don't know. I can't think of it. I'll have to think about this. What do you think it is? Or is it
Uh,
just one way here?
no, there's probably a lady equivalent. I'll have
Like
to think about
I've had goofy eyes before where I've just been like,
it. Right.
what was I thinking about just a second ago? But I can't think of like the, like, oh, I mean, I've said before that, oh no, she's a 5-tool player, but that's a baseball reference people don't get.
No. No, that's not the same. Maybe like no, see, everything I can think of is like super objectifying. That's
That's what I'm
not.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
it's
all I've
not
got
it's
is
not the vibe.
objectifying thing.
Yeah, it's not the vibe. Well, we'll put it out there. We'll start thinking. Come back, circle back to that one.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to jump into the
Yes.
highlights?
Absolutely. Let's jump in the highlights of A Court of Silver Flames, chapters 9 through 14.
All right, so we're in 9 and we're meeting Emerie for the first time. And she immediately is like, "Oh, she's like scarred. The only people I've ever seen with scars are like Azrael and Cassian." So,
Mhm.
and they had pretty traumatic situations. So I wonder what her story is. And then we find out, well, she's like, Emerie's really just upfront about it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I see you checking out my weird scars. My wings were clipped." And she's like, I don't know what to do with that. Sorry."
Yeah.
But she's like, yeah, that's just kind of how what happened. And so they have like a little conversation about that and how like it can't be healed, and that's just the situation of her life. And she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, then," she's like, "But that's not what you're here for. What are you here for?" She's like, "Oh, I need to buy some clothes. I'm cold as shit out here. Thanks."
Mhm. It's uh, a weird relationship.
It is and it isn't, because I cannot tell you the amount of times, and maybe it's just my personality, but I cannot tell you the amount of times that I meet someone and they immediately tell me all of their life story or their deepest darkest secrets. Like it
Oh
literally
yeah.
just happened to me this last week. This last week I just met someone that I've never met before on the vacation, and I immediately found out TMI
Yeah.
of
You know
all
what?
of their whole life.
That happens to me too. Yeah. I have
Yeah.
to like stop going to those places.
I'm not. That's
No,
just
I
life
know.
for me, buddy.
I know. Like, let me rephrase. I haven't gone to places like
Yeah,
objectively,
right.
generically, because I don't need to know about
Yeah.
someone's auntie.
But I also feel like that is like a peak example of female friendship. Like
Mhm.
immediately Oh, from the vibe, I can say immediately that you are one of the cool ones. So yeah, let me just trauma dump on you a little bit.
Yep.
Like that happens a lot. That's kind of like how female friendships are first forged.
I think there's a stereotype, a culture that's like that too, and it's
Mhm.
middle management. Middle
Okay.
management comes together and they're like, "Oh, we are the and then they start just sharing bullshit, and you're just like, mm-hmm.
Mhm,
Yep,
mhm.
same,
Yep.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But she kind of immediately is like, "All right, I see you, weird girl that owns this shop, and I like you. I'll probably be back."
Yeah.
So then she goes to work and she runs into Gwyn. So Gwyn is kind like what you said, of a nice foil to her, because while Nesta is like low and down all the time and just like kind of like low energy most of the time, Gwyn is like high energy, like Tweety Bird kind of energy. Like she's all the time like singing, she's like bubbly and effervescent and all of that.
I think of them as your the two of them specifically as your like Monica and Rachel from Friends.
Mm.
Um or well, like my oldest friend Aaron and I actually.
That's
No.
super niche. No one gets that but me.
No. But
I
am
kind
I
of
wrong?
agree.
It's like
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
it's like how are y'all friends? Like
Mhm.
how did this happen? And it's like I don't know.
Right.
And we
Yeah.
know though exactly why. No,
Or
but you
it's
see it.
like a almost like a goth queen and like a super like lipstick wears bright pink kind of thing, like you're
Yeah.
like that doesn't go together.
Yeah. Yeah, they vibe. Like
Yeah.
they vibe hard. And it's cool.
Yeah.
It's
And
cool.
what I like about it too is like that first interaction of like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
Like, but both of them are like that. And I have definitely had some friendships where initially we both were like clang. And then we were like, wait a minute. You might be tough enough to hang. So that's I don't know. I enjoy that. So I'm excited to
That
see
hard
that relationship develop.
that hard sugar shell protecting that soft nougat. We might be into that. Okay.
Mhm. It's true.
So that was a thing. Gwyn entered and left the scene fairly quickly, but we definitely got Nesta being like, who the fuck are you?
Mhm.
Then there's transitions to building the other things. So go ahead, dude.
So then that takes us to 10. And 10 is like kind of the first indication that we get that the house is sentient. And Cassian's like, what you mean the house is sentient? I've lived here for like 500 years.
I
It's never
know.
done anything for me.
And what's funny is like it sure has. Like we as readers are like, buddy, don't be an asshole. It has that, like you just don't get it because you've never been human. But this house would get up and walk with you in it, and you wouldn't notice.
Mhm.
Like you would just sit down, and then a couch would appear from over there, and you would be like, "Oh, I guess this couch was here the entire time." That's Cassian, boys and girls. Like I'm not saying that it's that overt, but it is kind of that overt. Like they're just not
Mhm.
even aware of minute magic. Like they just don't even understand like ethereal beings that are dressing and serving them. They're
Mm.
just what they are is, oh, they're these things that hang out with Elaine occasionally. Um they don't think that's weird. Now
Yeah.
the house is acting with Nesta uh like Alpha 5 does the Power Rangers. Which is it's a little home assistant. It's like
Mhm.
it's like, hey,
Yeah.
Alexa, make me some chicken,
Yeah.
bitch. And then the chicken shows up on the table. I love the
It reminds
bargaining.
me of like the Disney Channel original movie Smart House?
Never seen it.
You never seen that?
No.
Oh my god.
No, I watch cartoons like anime and shit. We talked about
I
this.
get it. I get it. But that movie had, what is her name? Ah, damn.
Oh, I
Married
got
with
it.
Children. She was the mom of Married with Children. She was Gemma in Sons of Anarchy. What is her name?
The voice of Layla in
Yes.
Futurama.
Yes.
No,
I cannot remember. Yeah, her. I cannot remember her name. I feel so terrible.
You should.
I feel so terrible. Anyway,
Not about
she's
this, though.
she's the lead. Anyway. So, yeah, Cassian's like, wait a minute, did the house just like bring you cake?
And she's
House
like,
has never just brought me cake. What,
she's
did you
like-
ask for it? Did you make
Yeah.
the house do this?
she's like, yeah.
And she's like, no, I just asked for it and here it is. This is our relationship.
Yeah.
But then he starts eating her cake. How did you feel about that?
Good. Very good, actually. What are you laughing at?
Because I didn't mean it the way that it
What do you
came
mean? It sounded good when I read it. I was like, I would have had us like, oh, I had a like,
Sure. You
The
sure
stalk-
that's all that you're
over.
talking about right now? Because
I
I'm
had a
giggling because of the way you made it sound.
massive slice of bite of her very moist cake.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for that. So yeah, since she has the nightmare, she runs down the stairs because she's like, man, I need a drink after that. She doesn't make it very far because she goes tumbled head over ass and rolls down about 30 steps, which would have killed a human being.
Yeah, I love this part. She's like, ironically, I probably should have died, but
Yeah.
I'm an elf or a fairy or whatever. I just
You're
watched
not
a bunch of
elves.
I just
Okay.
watch a bunch of Lord of the Rings. They have pointy
Okay.
ears and they're immortal.
Fair.
They're actually
fair.
closer to elves in my brain. I just call them fairies for you people.
Fair.
Fairies to
fair.
me have wings. So,
Fair.
and they're also itty bitty. But yeah.
Fair.
She tumbles in and then she's like, "Oh right, I didn't die. I'll probably heal from this pretty quick. Cool." And then just like goes back to bed.
Right. And then the next morning, Cassian's like, who'd you get in a fight with? A bunch of stairs?
You know, the dad jokes that Cassian drops are horrible.
They're bad.
They're bad.
They're bad.
They're bad. They're not even really good shit talk. Like,
No.
they're, you know what, Hank, I love you, brother. But every once in a while, Hank will shit talk. My younger brother will shit talk me with these sorts of things. And I'm like, oh, buddy, there's such better bullets in the chamber. Just fucking, this is not great.
No.
But Cassian is great.
not.
Cassian can sword dance with anybody. So
He can sword dance with anybody. However, he can't shit talk with the best of them.
No.
No. He's not the one you want doing the talky talk in pretty much any situation.
No.
Bless him.
I do have a new shit talk that I love.
Yes. Oh my god, I told someone to pipe down last week. We'll go back to it. Okay.
If you're not careful, I'll send you back to the lobby. The game lobby.
Nice.
I love that one. Yeah, I love that one.
Nice.
So let's go back to it. Chapter 11.
So that's basically that in breakfast. And then the next day we are is when the house kind of forces her into, and then one of the out of pocket, out of context texts that I got from Shannon was, who's reading this, she was like, oh my god, the house is daddy doming her right now.
Yeah.
Like the house is such a daddy dom to her in this situation. Because it's like comforting and, oh, you had a hard day. We made you do hard things. Here you are. Here's a bath. Here's some chocolate cake, everything you need. But at the same time, the house is like, no, bitch, go eat dinner with those people because you need, what do you need? Social interaction. You need social interaction.
Yeah. Like,
get to dinner.
It's hilarious. And she caves, right? she caves and
Yeah,
she goes and
goes to
sits with the
dinner.
boys. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a lot of mirrors between these scenes where she sits at dinner with these two and the first book where Feyre sits at dinner with Lucian and and old asshole.
Tamlin.
Tamlin. Sorry. Didn't remember his real name.
It's all right. It's okay. So she goes and she sits down, and they don't say anything to her. They just carry on with business. And so we get a little bit of conversation from Asriel, a little bit of update as far as what's going on with Vasa and all that situation. So he is having to spend a lot of time going back and forth monitoring that. And he's keeping his main like hub at the House of Wind.
Yeah.
Per Rhys, because Rhys is like, it's too risky to do it over there. So stay your ass at the house, please.
Yes.
So then we have Nesta deciding that she will pop off about Rhys. And that's not the move.
No.
In a house with what are they? 2, 3, 3, and 4. Numbers 3 and 4 of the cadre. Like,
yeah.
Not the people to pop off about Rhys to in the house. So he immediately shuts that shit down.
There's an immediate check. Like, oh, whoa. We'll get a lot of leeway here.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the one right here.
Mm-mm. No. And that is apparently the hill we are willing to die on. Yeah. So that is what ratchets it up from being annoyed by Nesta to basically annihilating her with words.
Yeah.
And saying, actually, well, she's like, well, he's like, that's bullshit. And you know it, Nesta. And she says, I hate him. He says, good. He hates you too. Everyone fucking hates you. Is that what you want? Because congratulations, it's happened. And you're like, that's a little far, Cassian. I mean, we all were thinking it at some point. We've all thought it at some point.
Yeah.
But we think it inside. We don't necessarily say it outside.
No, but you know what? He wanted to say that ever since that night that he tried to give her a present.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Because it is her. She's the one doing it. She's the one that is intentionally pushing people away and making people not like her. She is intentionally doing it. And she's aware. She is like self-aware that she's doing that.
Yeah.
That is her actual goal.
Yes.
So he's like, congrats, babes. You're doing a great job.
Being a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was loud. It was a loud moment in a book when I was reading in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she throws some equal barbs back at him. And then he's like, you know what? No, I'm done. I'm good. Bye. Which that I think is the actual nail in the coffin for her to be like, oh, yeah, that's not great. Because like when we're engaged, right? Like when, even if it's not good things we're saying back and forth, being engaged is one thing. But when it's like, actually, no, I'm done. That's the part that makes you panic.
Quitting on someone is different than being mad at them or frustrated,
right,
or whatever. Yeah. Or, son, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. When Carl Winslow said that to Eddie Winslow at Family Matters, boy, that ripped my fucking heart out. I was like 8 years old. I was like, no, Carl, no. Not to Eddie.
I will say, Eddie Winslow was probably my favorite TV dad.
Carl Winslow.
Yeah, Carl Winslow. Probably my favorite TV dad. Because
Carl's a man. Out
here just like working hard for his family.
He's a cop in Chicago. Yeah. There's a few scenes with Uncle Phil that are some of the greatest television acting up until that point, actually.
I can agree.
Like there's moments in the final seasons where Uncle Phil is the actor is carrying the show over Will Smith. But no, all around, is there a better TV show dad? Carl Winslow is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Saget's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob Saget did solve a lot of problems with words, and I was like, spank those girls. What are you doing? Even as a kid, I was like,
wow.
I was a little jealous because I was like, these problems don't get solved with words at my house. They don't get solved with words. Like, there's no, hey, do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? No, we understand.
Listen,
whipping, and it worked.
Do you know how many times I received a spanking from my father?
More than I think, less than that should have happened. It's
one time, and he cried. I cried, he cried. He never did it again.
Hank, if you're still here, who's the best TV show dad? I think we agreed it's Carl Winslow. He left. All right.
He said on time for your bull.
Maybe he's back. Let's see. He said nah. Okay, Carl Winslow. I'm thinking. I mean, there's like joke answers that he and I are the only ones who would get, but he said nah. He up there.
He up there.
Hank, you're awesome, bro.
He's up there. He's up there.
I said Fresh Prince too, Hank. I said Uncle Phil. I did. I said Uncle Phil. That's so funny.
I'll say, I can't remember his name, but the dad from Growing Pains also was pretty good.
Step by Step. The dad from Step by Step was pretty good too.
No.
You think it was a jerk?
No, was not a fan. I think Evan would say Mr. Matthews.
Oh,
from Boy Meets World.
I hated that guy.
But I think Alan Matthews is a total dumbass. Like,
he was also a douche.
Alan Matthews is like the Cassian of.
Sorry. He's also a douche.
I didn't catch the douche vibe, but.
Tim, the Toolman Taylor, pretty good dad.
Douche.
Oh, in real life, major douche.
No. I just mean like as a dad.
You think Tim the Toolman Taylor is a douche as a dad?
Yeah, like as a guy, just as a male character. Now, was I as a child inappropriately attracted to him? Yes.
Okay, yeah. Tim Toolman. Like, come on. What you forgot? You forgot about that, didn't you? Up until this moment, I knew it.
Oh my god!
We lost TikTok, by the way.
No, what happened?
It was you. Actually,
why?
I have no idea. It said you on it.
Harassment and bullying. We were not harassing or bullying anyone.
Emily.
What?
Remember when he just did that out loud on TV, and you're just like, "Tim, what the fuck is going on right now?" Oh Tim the Toolman Taylor, he's awesome. Tim the Toolman Taylor. Oh God, Tim, yeah, he's awesome. He did treat his wife like shit though. he treated all his wife like trash. That's true. He's a terrible dad.
My goodness. Well, so because you're still in my ear, even though you got kicked off of the live, so it was not me, it was you.
No.
Yeah.
I'm still live. I'm still going live right now.
Really?
Yeah, 40, 50.
So am I. So they can hear you still talking, but they can't see you anymore on mine.
It says host live with this person. It says you're restricted, but I sent you an invite.
Visibility is restricted for you. That's what it says.
Okay.
There we go.
Contains
Pitching Couches live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable. If you continue going live with them, your live will be unavailable to some audiences.
Okay, we'll be fine. It says that the same for you, by the way, on my side.
What?
Yes.
I am so not inappropriate. You're inappropriate.
I've never got to think that's funny. I can't believe they did that on live TV. That was awesome.
Oh my god!
This guy is sold crack cocaine. Like, look up if you don't know. Look up Tim Allen's whole before he became a comedian thing. It's hilarious. Shout out also, unfortunately, Bill Cosby. He was a great TV show dad. Terrible at everything else. He's a terrible man.
Well, we'll just leave that there.
Terrible. Hey, listen. on the show, Dr.
Yeah.
Cosby.
I mean, I hear you. It was on there for a long time. So. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, so we have this thing. So we see Fei for the first time. We get a little scene with Reese and we get a little scene with Fei. So the Fei scene is first.
Yeah.
We haven't really seen Feyre in like how many pages are we in this book? And we just saw her for like the first time have an actual speaking line.
So Feyre comes to see Cassian. He's thinking very loudly. She asks Nesta. I said, oh, you're not going to train. He says, blah, blah, blah. Hates him, but Feyre disagrees. Cassian asks why Feyre and Nesta. I wrote this in a note. Sorry. Don't get along. She says it always been that way. And then blah, 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 mother, blah, 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 tension.
Right. So the next day, he's like, I know what we're going to do. We're just not going to take her to the camp.
Yeah.
Because he's like looking down at the training fields and he's like, oh, this is a pride problem. Got it. So he's like, we're going to just work out here. And he does it under the guise of there's no one available to winnow us to the camp. So we're just going to
chill at the house. Yeah.
Chilling at the house. And we're going to work out. And he clears the rooms. Finally using that noggin, he clears the room of all the chairs so she can't sit down.
Right. Well, what he does here, by the way, also, he makes the bargain, which obviously they have the conversation. She has the thought about the bargain.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, all she's ever seen him do is like expert swordsmanship, expert combat.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, you start off with footwork and breathing. So for all the people out there who don't know, I'm going to share something real quick. If everything that is athletic is done with the feet and the hands and your center of gravity, and that's it. Everything else follows. Sure. But when you train combat sports, you train your feet, hands, and your center of gravity. That's it. Everything else follows. When you play football, when you play basketball, when you do soccer, everything else is hands, feet, and center of gravity. It's always the same. So they're just different techniques. Baseball, everything. And so, like, when he's like, oh yeah, we're gonna get. When he's talking, he's like, oh no, we're not going to start off by doing complex combat drills.
No.
You got to figure out how to use your body.
Right.
And this is how we do that. And she caves immediately, actually, when she kind of figures out like, oh, this isn't going to be super de-duper physically.
Well, I think she's very smart. And so she's like, oh, I guess that is true. Because she's like, well, Feyre got to just like hop right in there. And he's like, yeah, Feyre already knew how to do shit. And she's like, oh, right. I didn't do any of the things she did. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I feel like that's how and why she gives in pretty quick on that one.
Yeah. But also,
but they do.
But it's also not like combat drills, like what she was seeing Feyre do. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So it's not even a point of pride thing. It's like, hey, we're literally going to talk about how you use your body and how you move your body.
And to be fair,
that's a big deal.
What he did not,
former fat kid.
Yeah, but what he did not necessarily say was that Feyre also, even though she more quickly sped up into like working with weaponry and all the things, from the jump, they also started with the very basics.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
She was like, what do you mean? What do you mean we're just doing footwork and stuff? And when she came back from the spring court and he starts training again, he's like, what you doing? Set that thing down. We're back to the basics, B.
Yeah. This isn't
it's like
playground.
No. So Cassian doesn't necessarily make her feel, he could have made a choice to make her feel a little better about it by being like, Feyre started this way too. But he didn't. And I kind of love that because Feyre doesn't get to win a lot in Nesta's eyes. So.
Well, also, it doesn't help her to think that Feyre started here.
Right.
it would
Right.
hurt her. It might hurt her, like how she feels about who she is. Right. Like, I don't want to be
Right.
compared to Feyre. I mean, that's literally the whole book is
Right.
Nesta not wanting to be compared to Feyre. So,
Or anybody.
or anybody, but Feyre's our MC from 4 books. So
Mhm.
the
So we do a bargain, and the bargain is 1 hour of training for a carte blanche favor of
right.
any size at any time.
Yeah, and it's so funny Cassian just gives this because you feel like, oh, Cassian's not stupid enough to do this, and Cassian is stupid enough to do it,
Mhm.
and he does it immediately. Ooh, excuse me, he does it immediately.
Yeah. But I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. And Fey bargains cannot be broken.
True. I also wanted to say this before, so we can kind of keep this moving because there's a lot to continue to do. So they have this bargain, right? And then they do it. Cassian kind of sneaks in an extra hour where it's breathing techniques and essentially just laying on the ground like yoga shit. And he's like, I didn't hate you. And she's like, I didn't hate you either. And just walks off. And it's like kind of a hot, cool moment. Like, she doesn't bite him. She doesn't make him pay for the vulnerable moment, but she would have done that before.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm so sorry. That's really cool from a guy's perspective, because that was hard for him to say because he thought he thought he was going to have to pay for it.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I was like, what do you mean? And then I just went back and looked at it, and it does say, because she's like, she rolls her eyes and she's about to leave, and she's like, I gotta go change for my trip to the library. And as she's like walking away, it does say he blurts out.
Yeah.
So you're right. I didn't read it like that, I guess,
Yeah.
in my head as I was reading it. But you're right. He like blurts it out all of a sudden.
Like,
And so
he
she's
wanted, like, he didn't just want her to know. He wanted to say it out loud. And
yeah.
he was afraid.
Mhm.
And he said it. And she met that vulnerability with grace.
Yeah. It was
which is great.
reciprocated. Yeah.
Well, it was met with grace. Let's not say it was reciprocated. It was not, because it's different. It's not the same. So
Yeah.
because when she says it, she doesn't mean it the same as he does. Like,
Maybe
he's
maybe,
saying
maybe
it from
not.
a point of vulnerability. She's not. She's saying it from a place of strength.
I can see why you would think that. As a girl, I think it's equally vulnerable
because of who she is in that moment. Like, she feels empowered in that moment because of the thing she just did. Like, after all that stuff.
I get that, but again, I guess just because being a girl who's really good at faking it till you make it, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
she also was vulnerable in that moment.
All right.
I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm just assuming. So 13, we have 13 is the whole super fun episode of like the Gwyn situation, and then we meet this Meryl person who's basically like Meryl Streep in The Devil Wears Prada.
I was thinking the same thing.
Version.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe or she's like Snape. Please turn to page 394.
94. Yes, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I guess I get a little more just Meryl Streep vibes on that, just because it's like
nothing.
Get it? Just, who are you? Don't you know who I am? Like, get it done. Why are you still here? Like,
you know how simple your life is compared to mine. You know, like you making simple mistakes is so beneath me that I will verbally abuse you. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is where we get Nesta compares Gwyn to because she's talking about how everyone that's here is because something really shitty happened to them, right?
Right.
So she says that the whole place was utterly silent and the only bit of color and sound came from Gwyn. Would she remain here locked beneath the earth for the rest of her immortal life? It seemed a shame. So, right? And for Nesta to be like, that seems like a shame. She seems like a really sweet girl. Like, that's some growth. Because she's
Yeah,
actually thinking about someone that's not herself for a minute.
Nesta has a little bit of girl power, like low key girl power thing going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
god, what if Nesta gets Gwyn and that chick from the fucking place to join her little fighting army people? Like join Cassian in the ring. That'd be wild.
join Cassian.
I happen to know the greatest fighter in the history of our people. And they're both like,
Right.
what are we supposed to do? I'm a monk librarian person. And she's like, I'm a shopkeeper. It's like, we're going to
Right.
train.
Right. Absolutely.
And then
I
we're going
mean
to
that
fight a fire demon. Like,
fight a fire demon.
oh, a fire phoenix during the day. And at night, it's a bitch queen.
No, we're not. No, Vasa's nice. We don't have a problem with Vasa.
Vasa
We're
is
trying to get the
outlaw.
crone. We're getting the crone. She's got to go.
Oh.
But
Queen.
Meryl. So she gets
Meryl
the thing.
Streep.
She switches the book. But Meryl is a academic. She's a researcher. She's studying all the things going on, and she's doing a project on the Valkyries. So we know a lot about the Valkyries just in regular lore. So hit me with it, Lucas.
They're just badass female absolute weapon warriors.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite rendition is actually the way that Thor describes the Valkyries in Thor Ragnarok. But there's a lot of different kinds of Valkyrie ladies. Essentially, it's along the same lines as the theme of this book, where we're going to have a badass female fighting force being generated with Nesta as the lead. That's what it kind of feels like from these books and the Valkyries. So
nice.
that's what it feels like.
But they're gone. So all of them are gone.
Supposedly.
They all died out. They were all wiped out. It says wiped out most of them, and a few survivors were elderly enough to quickly fade into old age and die afterwards. From the shame, legend claimed, they let themselves die rather than face. Oh shit. They let themselves die rather than face the shame of their lost battle and surviving when their sisters had not.
It's the Valkyries from Thor Ragnarok. It's a very similar thing.
Yes. Agreed. So that's basically what happens in that. And then we get a cute little moment where she's like, oh, hey, here's that book that I was able to switch out for you. Can thank me later or don't.
I like that. I like that she does the whole switcheroo.
Yeah.
And it's like I did a switcheroo for you. You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Yep. And then we are back into chapter 14 at that point. So we're talking about, and this is again, Cass says, I made a mental note to ask Rhys about it later, whether the house was sentient. He'd never heard his High Lord mention it in 5 centuries. So again, he's like, but is this house sentient? Has it always been? I need to ask.
So my favorite part is like, he's never going to ask.
He probably will forget. I mean, that's Cass.
Cass, that's like when Pharaoh's like, I'm going to make a mental note. And then she never deals with a mental note.
Yeah. So can we talk about how Cassian, big bad Cass, who's the general of all the armies, while yes, he is not a great person to do the talky talk of the, he's not a courtier as much as he's having to be in this book. He's not good at it. But the one thing that is going to bring this man down, seasonal allergies in the spring court.
I forgot about the seasonal allergies. Listen, buddy, take your shot.
Pollen is for sure what's going to take out the general.
My God, I had seasonal allergies for 2 weeks. It was awful. I thought it was kind of funny. Yeah, we didn't say, okay, by the way, Nesta trains with Cassian again, and this is a freebie. Yes. This isn't another bargain. So
no, it's not a bargain. She's just shows up after her second day soreness. And he's like, oh, because he's really afraid she's not going to show up. And then she does show up and she's like cussing the entire way up the stairs. And he goes, I guess I forgot. I should have thought about that. Like, you sore as hell today, aren't you?
You sore as fuck. One of the cool things about that is it hurts real bad. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not cool. That sucks. Yeah.
We've
And
all been there, though. All of us have been there.
all of us have been there. I'm currently doing 60 single leg steps a day,
Mm-hmm.
plus some other things to try to
Mm-hmm.
get my leg to work again properly.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Update. Luke is doing he had ACL surgery,
yeah,
so he's
25
recovering
days
from
ago.
that. Mm-hmm. Good
Um,
job, buddy.
25 days ago, and I'm recovering well. Um, leg day soreness is the worst, and what's worse is the day after, like the beginning of leg day soreness. It's never the day right after. It's always the day after that.
Second day soreness
Every time.
every time.
The unfair part about this is that if you go more than about 3 days, more than about 10 days without working those muscles, the soreness will start to creep back. So
Mm-hmm.
like once you're to a point, you can't stop. Like I'm gonna go back to doing squats again one day, and then have this again.
Yeah,
Like in
you're
the
just
next
gonna have
9
to
months, it's just
you're
gonna
just gonna
stop.
have to like fall on the toilet and hope it's underneath you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thoughts and prayers. thoughts and
Thoughts and
prayers.
prayers. It's
Thoughts and
not gonna
prayers
work
for
out.
these cakes.
See, I told you meant it the way that. See, I told you.
These baby cakes, the ones on my backside.
I know, but I'm just saying because you referred to them as cakes, further evidence that earlier the joke that you made was in fact a sexual joke.
A sexual innuendo.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do all this stuff. She talks about being a dancer, that she's actually better with her body than he
Mm-hmm.
thinks. They talk about the priestesses in Highburn and how Asriel went to save them and murdered all
Yes.
of them, and
Mm-hmm.
more brought Gwyn and all of them back to the library afterwards. I think this
Mm-hmm.
happened actually during the part in the other book.
It did.
So
So remember where I was like,
it was
oh,
during one of the
that
cauldron's
happened.
feet. Yeah, one of the feet of the
Mm-hmm.
cauldron. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then later we see Cassian and Reese go to the Spring Court to talk to Eris. The Spring Court is essentially barren. No pun intended.
Not
The
Baron as in daddy, but not Daddy
Daddy.
Baron. Daddy
Daddy.
Baron, not Daddy Baron. We're talking about like it is barren. Except it's not because it's so full of pollen that he can't breathe. But
My favorite
there's
part
no one
about
there.
my favorite part about the conversation with Eris, and we've already covered this because we did in the recap, is that like there's no hurry here.
Mm-mm.
Why is Eris hurrying? Like there is no rush. And the only character in the story so far to rush to any action is Eris. And I think Reese picked up on it, but Cassian for sure hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yeah, so he
yeah.
says we're wasting our time gathering information rather than acting. Regardless of the Death Lord pulling their strings, if the human queens intend to be a thorn in our sides, we could simply deal with them now, all of them. My father would be forced to abandon his plans, and I'm sure you could invent some reason that has nothing to do with me or what I've told you to excuse their removal. So he is absolutely pushing to try to get things to be moved along.
My question is, we're talking about Eris here.
Yes.
And I always jump back to this. I've been at this point for a long time, since book 1. The
Mm-hmm.
whole Illuminati kind of
Mm-hmm.
conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Is Eris a puppet? Or
We
is
don't
he, we don't know.
know.
We don't know. And so that's what I was thinking about during this chapter 14 and chapter
Mm-hmm.
8, 7,
Mm-hmm.
6, whichever one it is that is why is Eris the only one
Mm-hmm.
pushing for conflict?
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one. Like he could have been the one that got rid of those soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
That they were like, oh, it smelled like humans, and it's like, or it could have been Eris who did this the entire
Mm-hmm.
time. He's pushing for conflict.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Natalie Portman from Star Wars Warmonger,
Mm.
or I guess that was what's her face. Return of the Jedi. What's her face? Shit, she was a senator. I can't remember. But she was like, "Oh, you're a warmonger." But maybe he's a warmonger and he's just looking for chaos because chaos is a ladder. Shout out Littlefinger.
I mean, he definitely wants to ascend, and he wants his dad gone.
Daddy.
He wants daddy gone. Captain Hank just joined over here. Hi, Captain Hank.
Captain Hank.
He wants dad gone for sure. Now, we don't necessarily know what goes on in that house, and it can't be good stuff.
What about Roseanne? What about Roseanne's husband, John Goodman?
Oh my God, I take it back. Yes, Dan. Dan actually is, in my opinion. I don't mean it this way because Evan would definitely, Mr. Smut Oracle would definitely take it as a negative. But I think that Mr. Smut Oracle is definitely a Dan.
I don't know how he should take that, so I'm just gonna back you on that one.
It's a good thing. I think Dan is he might not be the best dad, but I think he's the best TV husband.
He definitely knocked that dude out and then went to jail for it. In that episode where he knocked out Roseanne's sister's husband.
Yeah, but he deserved it.
1000%.
Not that we advocate for violence on this channel because we keep getting blocked. But however, I think that Dan is the best TV husband. Anyway. Oh. What happened? Where'd he go?
He's not the best TV dad for sure, but he's a great TV husband. Okay, yeah. We had finished our little section here. Did we miss anything?
Almost, yes. We're right here in the moments with Eris. And one of the things that he says that we need to discuss real quick, is he is talking about everything, and Cassian's like, why? Like, why are you pushing for this? So why? And Eris says, for the same reason I left Morrigan untouched at the border. He says, you left her there to suffer and die. And he says, did I? Perhaps you should ask Morrigan whether that is true. I think she finally knows the answer. What the hell does that mean?
I gotta be honest with you, I completely forgot that he said that until you just mentioned it out loud, doesn't it?
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
Because there's nothing to talk about. Don't know what that means.
We don't know what that means.
But it could be that we do know that. We
needed to bring it up.
Does Eris know that she's into girls? And if so, if he knew, which we can assume so, though we don't have to.
We don't know. That means
these other people are anti into girls. Mm-hmm. And he's like, whoa, we need to get these people because they're anti into girls. Mm-hmm. What if Eris is into dudes and she's into girls? And they're like two ships passing in the night. And it's like, but they don't like.
Can I just say
gays over there? So let's kill those people.
There is a community of people online that want Eris and Azrael together. They want an Azris.
Ariel.
An Ariel or an Azaris. I don't know.
Look at this stuff. Isn't it? Sorry. I don't have many of those in me, but every once in a while I get her just one good time. It's always right around now.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. That's too funny.
Some of that, sometimes it's just for us.
Oh my God. Anyway, and then we end the rest this set of chapters with Nesta being like, I think you're my only friend, House. And then House is like, that's right, baby, I am. Here's your bath and your chocolate cake.
The house is maybe the funniest character in this whole book. Like, I want that. It kind of reminds me of like Casper, the friendly neighborhood ghost, in that like it's actually just a really sad story about a ghost in a ghost in a house who's in love with this woman and he can't do anything about it. My actual feelings towards it is it's a cauldron related thing. but I don't have anything to connect those dots or those or whatever. But to me, it's like, oh, she is a witch because she's connected.
A witch.
She actually is connected to a cauldron, and the Illyrians were right. They're not right. They are correct in this regard. It's like, no,
right,
buddy. Think about how she got her powers. She got her powers from a cauldron. She's a witch.
Shout out to the people who read Throne of Glass instead, because one of the things that we just glossed over is when she fell down the stairs, her nails gouged the stone and sparks shot from them, almost as if her nails were made of iron, which means, is Nesta an iron teeth witch? Maybe. We don't know. But I think it's a great theory that I'm a fan of. So are you ready to know what your next assignment is, bud?
Yeah, let's hit it.
You're going to read chapters 15 through 19. So you are going to stop on page 221. So you're going to go 168 to 221.
Oh, a short version.
And it's about the same as all the others.
Maybe they're just better at reading. Boys and girls.
You're getting better at reading, my friend.
Better than Bayra. Fucking little
And
bitch.
that's going to get us like a fourth of the way done with this book.
Okay. You say through 21 or through 20?
Through 19. Stop at 20.
All right.
So 221 is the last page you need to read.
I shouldn't read what I just read. Okay.
What are you doing?
Huh?
So what are you doing?
I'm folding down where I stopped. Right here.
You and your... Can you not just get some tabbies, please? Can you please?
What are you talking about? Tabbies? I'm a dude. That's part of the chart.
I am sending you some of these in the mail, my friend.
Why?
Because the fact that you dog ear your pages kills me a little bit inside. So,
well, rest in peace. Moment of silence.
Wow.
Moment of silence for that little bit of you.
Wow.
What are you doing?
Wow.
We're having a moment of silence. What are you? Piped out.
Is it silent enough for you?
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Movement's over. Thank you.
Good job. Good job. All right, cool. Well, how are you feeling? Are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to try to get back together sometime later in the week?
Let's do Wednesday again, if you can. I'd like to do pretty consistent Monday and Wednesday.
Okay.
But I don't know if you're eligible for that.
I am for the next little bit. I am for the next little bit. And
how long is a little bit?
I start... Mondays are always good. And then at the end of this month, I start rehearsals for the show. So I will have rehearsal on Wednesday nights.
End of May. Every morning feels like yesterday.
Rehearsal is normally 6:30 to 9:30. So I could hustle up and get home and be home in time to do something by 10. 9:45 maybe.
Yeah, I just would like to put together like a thing, like a poster.
Yeah.
Join us on Mondays and Wednesdays at 9:30 for chapters
and
this,
chapters
this, chapters this.
Yeah,
I will not fucking say schedule. It's the most douchebag way to say something about. I fucking hate those people. Did you check the schedule? Did you check my ass for shit?
I love you.
Pretentious bastards to say that shit. I'm
I
sorry.
love you. I love you so much.
I'm sorry.
I love you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right. Well, then, yeah, I should be good for Wednesday. If you want to just say we'll do it Wednesday.
We're going to do Wednesday. Wednesday at 9:30. Be there, be square.
Excellent. And if you like this content, you can always like and subscribe.
And check out me at the kitchen couch. We took about a month break because rehab and job search and other stuff. And check out this one at the Smut Oracle because her content's different than ours, but it's still fun as fuck. So check it out. And we'll be back on Wednesday with A Court of Silver Flame, chapters 15 through 19. Thank you for your
Good job.
time.
Thank you. Bye.